video game roulette. Take one. Of course, it's the weekend, so I went antiquing again, and got this. It's a big ass box of an Atari, I think. It stinks. It smells like an Atari. And it looks like some couple games. I don't know shit about an Atari, but I want to crack it open, and it went as is. Hold on. Right there. X2 Atari video computer system and parts. No guarantee, but it's $21, so couldn't pass it up. Let's see if it works. Well, kids, bad news. I do not have the proper connections for the Atari to go to my CRT TV, and definitely not any type of LCD or plasma or anything like that. So what I can say is that my tube TV is too new for the Atari 2600 to connect to at this time. Everything looks to be in pretty good condition so far. I did some research on the internet because, like I said, I don't know much to anything at all of the Atari 2600. I think it's the second model or the third model. I'm not 100%. But anyway, let's get to what it came with. So we have the system itself, which is right here. Controller ports on the back are looking pretty good, as well as the power supply connector, which it does come with. The power switches, difficulties, game resets, all those are moving along nicely. And the video game port looks okay, looks a little dirty, but this whole thing needs to be cleaned up. I mean, as you can see, it's got like what looks to be mud, but it's probably just caked in dust from, you know, whatever the hell. The bad parts on it, so it does have the I guess RF or UHF VHF switch, which is this thing right here, which you would imagine to be some sort of fire hazard, but from what I've read on the internet, you just need a what's called a coax F adapter, and it's basically just this thing right here, which is hardlined to the system. It's just going to plug into the back of what looks like the end of a coax cable, and then that'll just screw into the back of the coax port on any tube TV, so that should work out right there. The negative on this is that a lot of the cord is frayed. It's almost as if like an animal had chewed on it or something. So cords, part of the interior of the cord is exposed. It's the same on the power cord as well, but hitting it up with some electrical tape should make it work. Came with the two pads. So what I've read on the internet, it's supposed to come with the two joystick pads, which is here's one and here's another. Both seem to be working good. It came with the third, which is still pretty cool, so in case one of them doesn't work. And the driving paddles, I think this is also for Pong as well, but it's the split controller. So you can see here, it's just like a Y adapter thing, and then there's the one. And so this one has a knob on it, which is working out pretty well. But the other one, which I'm assuming is player 2, does not have the knob. So it'd be hard to turn, but hopefully it still works, because it looks like it is the original. Also, this cord is heavily frayed. Let's see if you might be able to see there. That's definitely been punctured, chewed on something, and it's split pretty bad. But interior, the cord looks fine. So we'll see what happens with that once we get it kicked off, once we get it working. The other thing was the turbo ball. This thing is crazy looking. This thing right here. Some research on the internet, I could not find a lot with this, but it's some peripheral, and there's so much Atari shit since that was the whole, you know, the saturation of the market at the time. But there's, I mean, God, this thing is really cool looking. It'll be cool just to have like sitting on a shelf or something once it's cleaned up. But like this thing pops right off, and there's, you know, but it's, I don't think it's supposed to. But yeah, I mean, no idea what this is for. If anyone knows anything about it, let me know. And the last piece of hardware peripheral I got was the video touchpad. I don't know if it's just for this game, Star Raiders, or not, but it looks pretty cool. Or if that's like this thing pops out, so maybe that's not. There's a ton of them that go into it, but the controller is heavily just it's dirty. It's really dirty. I mean, all of it is. But what I did read in there is that there's copies. A lot of people make copies of this one, so this might be the copy, it might be the original. I have no idea. What I am most excited about is it came with a ton of manuals. You saw the box, and at the bottom of the box is just pretty much blanketed with it. But this right here are all game manuals. Two that stand out to me the most are catalogs. These are game catalogs. One of them, Winter 1982, featuring our first new games for Intellivision. So that's pretty cool. So it kind of goes through with what games it's got coming out in the winter of 1982, which is pretty sweet. The other one is it's a whole new challenge for your Atari VCS, and so that's got a bunch of games that are listed there as well. And on the back you can see here the infamous ET being one of them. Then of course there's a ton of them, like Raiders of the Lost Ark. Let's see, Galaxian, Defender is in here, Space Invaders, Trick Shots, Video Olympics, Math Grand Prix, and then Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, and then there's the Return of the Jedi as well. And then I got G.I. Joe one too, so pretty sweet. Oh, also Atari Corp limited 90-day warranty, and the Atari actual system manual. And then my favorite part of this so far, even if it doesn't work, this will be all worth it right here, is a little sticker. Call toll free for Atari Super Service. There it is right there. I've already called the number, it doesn't work. So if you see it, you can call and try it if you want. You can call the California one. I didn't try that one, but that's it right there. So to be continued till tomorrow or whenever I get that part, see if we end up getting this thing working.